I'm Charmaine from the Beery Eyes Naturals and Kesusa Evolutionary Empowerment, and today I want to talk to you guys about this 5G thing. It's been sort of popping up in my spirit, so what I'm going to do is try to get some clarity on it. So I have some sage burning because it has troubled my spirit so much to think about what and how this is going to affect us. So from my understanding, we're going to have some powerful wavelengths of frequency hitting at us real quick, real soon, real hard, real fast. And right now we're going through a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So I haven't looked that up to see exactly what that means. I'm just going to be honest. But I feel like it has something to do with transformation, the end of a thing. Because Scorpios represent death and regeneration like a phoenix. So there's a retrograde. Mercury retrograde is dealing with communication. So the way we communicate is changing. This is the end of the way we communicate with this 5G thing, and it's intense. However, I've read that there are going to be some physical effects. The physical effects dealing with your brain, your eyes, and your reproductive organs. So, your brain, eyes, reproductive organs. It's feeling like that's going to directly affect your sacral chakras, your crown chakras, and I want to say your third eye, because your third eye is how you see. So it's going to, okay, when I pause, it's because I'm listening. Just get messages in my spirit. Okay, so your sacral chakra and your third eye and your crown. These are things dealing with your spirit. This is a direct attack on us spiritually. Because even though these chakras are in the body, but they're not of the body. So like your heart chakra, there's the actual organ. Then you have your root chakra, which is dealing with like your soles of your feet and stuff like that. Your throat chakra is dealing with your voice, how you speak your truth. So I named 3, then that was 3. Solar plexus, there's actually a solar plexus in the body. So these are physical things. So it's going to attack you spiritually because, not solar plexus. Because I said sacral. You do have a sacral, vertebrae and stuff like that. However, sacral, I keep seeing orange. So sacral is orange. That is the yin energy. Yin energy is the feminine energy. So it's attacking us. Feminine energy. The energy to create. Your ability to create, because you create and manifest with your mind. It's affecting our manifestation abilities. Okay, so it's directly attacking our manifestation abilities and birthing forth life and ideas. It's blocking. It's going to block that if you're not vibrating high enough. If you're not vibrating high enough. Okay, so what we need to learn to do is vibrate higher. And do that, we need to know what is vibrating low. So I have cards in my hand, but I got some intuitive things going on. We'll use the cards. Google. Google can help us too, but we're gonna ask Spirit to guide us, and I can Google later. Some low frequency things. I'll give you an example. Some low frequency things: jealousy, lies, deceit, self sabotage, self loathing. It's a lot of stuff. Because when I'm talking about vibrating high or low, we're talking about yourself. You can't decide or change how someone else vibrates. You can only work on you. So the things that you do to attack yourself, to harm yourself, keep yourself from growing, those things you need to change. Okay, so actually, as I was shuffling these little fortune cookie cards here, sexuality came out. And I just got through talking about our ability to reproduce, and our sacral chakra does deal with our sexual energy. And our sexual energy is actually the energy we use to create. We use this energy not just to create and manifest other humans. I dropped something. We use this energy to create and manifest things into our life. So this is water and fire. Fire and water. Okay, so this is, even though this is yin energy, it has two elements in it. Two elements. The fire is the energy and desire, and the water is, so that's the male energy, that's the fire, and the water energy is the feminine energy. It's dealing with wisdom creation in your mental. Your sacral chakra deals with wisdom creation, interaction, relationships, and the seat of your stored sexual memories. Sexuality came out, and it says existing relationships could find a new passion and heighten sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong, but if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child will also bring great joy. Okay, things aren't literal. Just I want you to understand that. Like, they can be literal, but we're talking about this 5G. And I just got through talking about how it's going to affect our ability to create. And then this card came out talking about ability to create and make babies or whatever. So this is, your ability to create and make babies and stuff like that. They also be business and stuff like that. I'm going to look at this. Your emotional side of your sacral chakra is raw creativity, passion, sexuality, desire, attraction. The negative side of your emotions deal with isolation, being a victim, guilt, fear, anger. So those are the things that's vibrating low with the sacral chakra. It does affect your bladder, lower back, ovaries, testicles, or testes. Just to say womb, uterus, fluid functions. Okay, so I just got through saying that. So yeah, all that actually ties in together. Talking about this 5G, that's how it's going to affect your sacral chakra. Okay, so let's look. We use these same cards, and we're going to look at how it's going to affect your third eye. Then we'll elaborate. We'll get some clarifiers, get some deeper energy on it. So how will this 5G energy affect our eyes, our ability to see, our third eye chakra? Total Rabbi Rakadish for your wisdom. Total Rabbi Angels. Total Rabbi for your wisdom, your enlightenment, your kindness, your guidance, your love. Could you please tell us how this will affect our third eye? Nothing. Okay. Nothing right now. So I need to elaborate on this sacral chakra right now. Okay. So right now they don't want me to move on from the sacral chakra. So there must be more I need to go into. So we'll stop there and we'll work directly with that. So I'm going to use this wisdom oracle. And these cards here. Yeah. So, tell me more, Spirit, about what you want us to know regarding 5G and its effects on our sacral chakra, sexuality, ability to create, our unborn children, our born children, our us as creation, us as the creatures you have created. How will this 5G affect us? Affect our sacral, our water and fire element. Okay, so what I understand is that the wavelengths being tighter with the 5G and blasting at us directly, it is going to affect the water in our body because, you know, water, you have energy, high frequency radiation really fast that heats up water. So heating up the water in the body, these places that carry the most water in the body, the softer tissues are our brain, our eyes, our sexual organs. So could you tell me more about what do you want us to know? What do you want us to know about it? What do you want us to know about it? Okay, want us to know chop wood and all that glitters. Okay, so chop wood and all that glitters. This is the number 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Okay. So I'm going to use my little book because I need some help with this. Being grounded in everyday experience, humanity. They want us to be grounded. We need to be grounded. They want humanity to be grounded in everyday experience. Okay, so we need to take time and deal with these simple everyday things, or they need us to meditate and ground ourselves in our everyday tasks. So like life goes on. You're still going to have to do things. Your sacral energy is the seat of your energy and your power, your seat of your spirit. So even though we are spiritual beings having a human experience, we still have to experience the humanity part. What we need to do, when I said we need to learn to vibrate higher, is we need to learn to make our everyday activities spiritual. Ground yourself. Example. People think meditation means that you have to sit still in one place and close your eyes and just focus on your breath, focus on a mantra, which is like a picture or a word that keeps you focused. However, meditation can occur when you're eating, when you're smoking, when you're washing dishes, when you're sweeping the floor. Meditation is about being in the moment, existing in your body, being completely present. So a lot of times we do our tasks on autopilot. We're being called to be conscious as we do everything. Everything. Don't do anything on autopilot. You need to have control over your mind. You can't let it just flurry and flutter and wander away and wander. You can't just let it roam. And you can't put it on pause. I mean, you can't pause your mind anyway, but you need to steady it. You need to control it. And while you are doing your everyday tasks, because this is simple. This is, let me get it right here. Let's see if we can see it. This is simple. This is a broom, clean the room, sweeping stuff out of door, open door. It's kind of foggy out there, but there are sun rays coming in this door. And you wouldn't notice the sun rays. You wouldn't notice the details if you were not present in that moment. So, and you wouldn't see the blessings in being completely submerged in your moments. So the next thing says all that glitters. Now, I do feel like the fact that it's going to 6 and 7, that this is significant. What I understand about 6 is related to, in the tarot, I think it's related to victory. That's a stick, so that's 6 of Wands. So that would be related to victory. That's what I'm feeling. That's what it feels like. I'm gonna look up because I just want to just see if it, because it just feels like I need to. I'm gonna set this card aside. Internet's acting up. Go figure. Okay, because it's Mercury retrograde, when this electronics is gonna act up. It starts today, so, and it ends like March the 10th, I think. So finding balance in your life. That's what number 6 means. Finding balance in your life. A sign that you're outwardly focused and focused to the detriment of your internal spiritual life. Yeah, that's focusing too much on everything else and not focusing on being present in the moment in yourself. This could also mean that you need to focus on your domestic life in a literal way, including your home, spouse, and children. So yes, you need to take time out and you need to be present in the moment. You need to be conscious of your time that you have with your loved ones and what you're doing. These are the things that you've created in your life. These are the things that you manifested. These are the things that are associated with your sacral energy. Now the next one is all that glitters. And it's a very glittery card. And you just see it. Yeah, very pretty. Got 2 masks on it. On a pile of glitter. Just by looking at this, it looks like it's talking about things not being what they seem. But just to be sure, I'm going to look it up. And it's the number 7, but it's on page 60, which is represented by a 6. So again, this is redirecting your focus. Okay, see beyond the superficial. The desire to don a mask or dress something up, disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing. Being mercurial. Mercury retrograde. So they want you to come out of this energy because Mercury's in retrograde. They want you to stop being superficial. Oh, it's telling you to be real. That's how you vibrate higher. You got to come out of this fake shit. Yeah. Well, come out of this fake shit. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, that you want me to look at and see? Oh. Okay, so on these cards, what I'm noticing is just on this chopped wood that's telling you to focus on your everyday tasks. There's a spirit in these, on these cards. Like there's a face, and the face represents the divine. And the divine's face is actually in the broom. So it's saying, find the divinity, find the divine, find God, find the higher vibrational frequencies, find the love in your everyday tasks. Find it in the simple things, the small things. I'm gonna see if I can let you see it. Okay, there's a face right there on the broom. That's where the divinity is, being conscious in that simplicity, that everyday task. Now, being conscious of everything that glitters, and get your mind off of that. Vibrate higher. There's this angel there. Vibrate higher than these materialistic things and these lies, this mask, this falseness, this fakeness, this superficial shit. This doesn't matter. It doesn't really exist, honestly. It's just a holographic projection of your consciousness. And so far, your consciousness is full of fucking materialism. You care about stuff. Stuff doesn't really exist. Stuff doesn't matter. Stuff isn't important. That's what's going on with 5G. People want their stuff. They just want their computers to go faster. They just want to swipe quicker on their phones. The shit is not important. You're fucking up your damn energy. You're fucking up your body. Some of us, we know better. Some of us don't, because we're stuck in this energy, this low frequency bullshit. But those of us who aren't, we have power to clean this shit up and bust through that illusion. We have to wake up those other folks. I said we need to wake up those other folks. And the energy at the bottom of the deck shows co-create. So there's some dormant people right here. There's some dormant people. Then there's some wisdom. And then there's this cheetah here at the top. And that's the movement. That's the ability to go forth. And then it's yellow. It's like the same sacral chakra type color. These people are dormant. And they need to be awakened. Now I'm drawn to this little picture on the side up there. It's a woman. Looks like there's a shield. Vibrating higher is how you'll be shielded and protected. Waking them up. Now then this egg that is dormant, it's also a cheetah. So once we wake them up, once you wake up, once you start being conscious in your everyday life, you'll vibrate higher. This is where this it's a line, fine line you need to cross. Here with this owl sitting on this line, see, this is where you'll find your divinity. You need to come up out of it. You need to be birthed out of that. And it has cheetah spots just like up here, this cheetah up there. And once you vibrate higher and cross this line, you will no longer be just dormant in this low vibrational frequency of stagnation, not moving. You'll have the potential energy. This is about potential energy. This is about movement. I kind of want to... Okay, y'all will find out soon enough that Charmaine likes to use Google. And then it's saying co-create. So I was saying that we need to wake people up. You need to wake up. You need to be conscious and become what's the word? Come on, give me a word. Not just conscious. Mindful, intentional co-creator of your life. And I just said about this stuff not being real is projection, holographic projection, life in general being a holographic projection of your consciousness. They want you to control your consciousness. They want you to have some self-control so that you can create the changes that are necessary to battle this superficial energy we've been stuck in for so long. Anything else here? Okay. Never-ending story. I don't read these upside down, even though this is upside down. So, it's looking like we've been stuck in this energy for a while. She's sitting on top of a heart that says, yes, no, love, me, yes, no. And there's a mirror there. She's refusing to look in the mirror. So a lot of us are refusing. I'm going to say us. The inclusiveness makes people not feel ridiculed because we all do this. She's refusing to look in the mirror. There's a mirror next to her. Right there. Down there. Okay. There's a mirror there. Near that sacral chakra. You're refusing to take responsibility for your actions. There's a heart under here. She got it in a bubble, and she's sitting on top of it. And this bubble is really like looks like an hourglass, and the sand is running out of it. And she's sitting there wrapped up in her head. Looks like she has that damn mask on, refusing to see this truth. So I'm used to I'm used to seeing this energy with people not really wanting to accept what's being said. And actually, on here where it's saying co-create, this creates balance. There's a number 4 on here. There's a 40. So it's saying create balance. That 6 was about balance in your life. I did not look up that 7. Let's look up the 7. Because we have right here a 6, 7, then a 4. And the 7 is it's good to utilize all your resources. You can get the most information when you utilize all your resources. So we got the spirit and the technology working together right now, right here. Spirit and technology are pretty much one and the same when you're dealing with the Akashic records. Okay, so 7 is a highly spiritual number associated with intuition and mysticism. Okay, like I was saying, inner wisdom, deep inward knowing, combined with hardworking. Number 4, the number 4 just popped up here, with the mystical and creative number 3. As a result, it carries a meaning of both practical and mystical. So it's saying, like I said, all that glitters is not gold. Like all this superficial stuff, they want you to vibrate higher, just like I said, just like I felt, just like I knew in my energy. And this number 4 is okay, let's look up this number 4 that showed up on co-create. It's telling us to be conscious, intentional co-creators of our universe, of our world, of this 3D projection that we live in. It's communication to us on our everyday down to earth concerns. Again, right back to that. Yeah, it's a focus on long-term security. So I mean, when you're dealing with something that's built to last, something that's dealing with a foundation, you have 4 points of contact with the number 4. So I was telling you when I was saying coming out of this dormant energy and vibrating higher will be how you maintain your stability during this situation. And this never ending story is number 10 because it has a 37 on it. And she got a hand in her eyes, like I said. And I said it's time to come up out of this energy. You may not want to face it, but it's time to come up out of this energy. And number 10 actually represents the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, because the number 10 is like the last number. Then you reduces to the number 1, which is starting all the way over. You have that 0, and then you turn back around and go back to that 1. And so you're starting over again. But we're going to let Google tell you, because we're just going to be sure about it. I know what it means. However, it's like a symbol of authority, God and his government, responsibility, law, completion, obedience, responsibility of people towards God's law. That's the biblical meaning. Yeah. And this person has their hand over their forehead. They do not want to see this. They do not want to believe it. They want to be stubborn, but the Bible does say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And closing your eyes to something. And she actually has a hand on her forehead. Closing your eye, your third eye, which is actually going to be affected by this. And she has a hand on her head, so she's touching the crown. And that mirror is near that sacral chakra. So those 3 chakras that I was just talking about, your crown chakra, the third eye, and then the sacral. Refusing to see. Refusing to be responsible for what you do with your energy. This is about accountability. This is about accountability. The divine energies are really sick of this petty ass superficial energy that humanity is in. And they're going to like force this growth. Yeah. Because number one is leadership assertiveness. 0 is the mysteries of God in the universe. And then putting that together to number 10, that means new beginnings. They're going to force this. This is going to happen. You're going to move out of this energy whether you want to or not. We're evolving. We have to. Though you have to. I don't want to say it, but the weak is going to get burned the fuck up. Radiation. Burn your brain. Burn your eyes. Burn your ovaries. You won't be reproducing no more weak-minded individuals. Your DNA needs to be activated. It's going to have to. Oh yes, that's what I saw. DNA activation. This string is looking like a DNA strand, and then I see this light of this angel here, and this light shining. Yeah, you going through a DNA activation, and we're evolving. And this old way, this old man is being cast down. It's time to let it go. It's time to move forward. That is what this is about. 5G. You know what? 5G and 5D have something to do with each other. Let's look at this fifth dimension. No, we're going to look at number 5 first. Let's look at number 5. Number 5. And then while I'm looking for that, I'm going to go ahead and look up fifth dimension. Okay, so while that's going on, I'm going to keep looking at these cards while that searches, because Mercury retrograde, yeah, technology is moving kind of slow. It's okay. I don't mind it moving slow because I'm not ready to be blasted with radiation just so I can see something on the internet fast. I came up, okay, tell them my age. I came up during AOL, honey. Ask Jeeves took a long time for him to give you an answer. Number 5 indicates someone who is full of energy, brings adaptability, independence of thought and action, and willingness to completely conform. Willingness to completely conform. Don't want you to bow down to that energy. A lot of us are going to have to put these. You gotta learn to fast from your electronic devices, because everybody's doing it. That's the conform. That's the status quo. To be addicted to the technology, to not have your own. And I mean, well, it doesn't matter if they fry my brain because I got Google. Doesn't matter if I can't see because my smartphone can talk to me. Doesn't matter I can't create because I got my internet, I got my phone. As long as I got my phone, I don't need nobody else. You elevated that phone and made it your God and your righteousness, and it's not. It's superficial. It's you projected your okay. So reality is 3D projection of your consciousness. You projected your consciousness outside of your being and put it in a device that's actually going to destroy you, rather than controlling your consciousness within yourself and vibrating higher and controlling your own energy. You projected into a device. Then think about how powerful that is. How powerful your energy is, that we've co-created our own destruction by projecting what is a part of us into a small little device that can't house it. We can house it. We have to vibrate higher to house it. You have to adapt your body to it. That little device is going to put out so much fucking radiation. Radiation that's supposed to be coming from you. Radiation that's supposed to be coming from your being, that you're supposed to radiate. You're supposed to glow. You're supposed to be bioluminescent. But you put it into a dead thing that is going to kill you. So many different levels of death. So I was talking about this fifth dimension. It still hasn't come up. So while we're waiting on that to come up, I'm going to look at this again. Full of energy. 5G. Full of energy. Unable to channel it responsibly. right. Like I just said, unable. You have so much energy, you weren't able to channel it responsibly. So we 3D projected this thing into being that has so much energy that cannot be channeled responsibly. It's forcing it, brings adaptability, independence of thought and action. Yeah, because you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to evolve. You're going to have to be independent of thought and action. Like you're going to have to pull away from the status quo and unwillingness to completely conform in order to survive it. You're not going to be able to just sit here and scroll all damn day if you're going to vibrate higher and you're going to escape these energies. It's an almost equal mix of masculine and feminine energies. It's slightly more feminine, but it'll be daring, tomboyish kind of feminine energy. Yeah, that's that unwillingness to conform. And then number 5 deals with sensuality too. So that goes right back to that sexual energy, that sacral energy that's in here. You're not able to control our sexual energy. Is this what they're telling us? This is what it feels like. They're telling us we need to learn not just control our minds, but control our sexual energy. We need to learn how to harness it and direct it. There's going to be an end to all this misuse of this sacred energy, especially on the feminine aspect of it. There's a balance being restored or created. And this 5th dimension is not coming up on my computer. It must be something that I must not have realized. Let's see. I'm just scrolling, looking at some stuff because a lot of this is, 5th dimension, ascension into the 5th dimension. Earth is, and all the beings living on the planet are shifting into a whole new level of reality in which, let's talk about aligning the Earth and the consciousness of the 5th dimension. So this frequency of 5G has pluses and minuses, because like I got up earlier today and I looked at the computer and somehow the pluses and minuses came up on my computer, like the words pluses and minuses, and I was like, who was Googling this? Maybe, I don't know, it just was on there. So I took it as there's something good, there's something bad, there's something given, there's something taken. So what it gives, what it takes, with the negative, the pluses and minuses of it, is the negative effects of it. But what it gives is it forces evolution. Okay, so it's trying to force us to shift our consciousness to a new level reality, consciousness of love, joy, peace, freedom, compassion, and spiritual wisdom. That's the 5th dimension. So that's where we need to vibrate. And I told you there was some high frequencies that we need to do, and I told you those lower frequencies at the beginning, and we want us to move into a place of harmony and oneness, respecting all life, people on the planet. Love and compassion flow through our communications. Communication, dealing with that 5G and stuff. Equality and justice, respect. No more hunger, poverty, and crime. Abundance. Living without fear. Complete trust in the divine. Just like I said, it's forcing us to evolve. Now, my baby is calling for me, so I have to go. So that is the end of this moment of enlightenment. And I hope it resonates with you all. I hope you're able to take something from this and vibrate higher.